Hey everybody. It's Wednesday. Yay. I'm pre-taping everything this week because I'm working on boss fight editing. I want to get it done. I'm like right in I'm past the part I hate mostly and in the part I like. I've been doing some of the stuff I like instead of doing all the stuff I hate at first, but I'm right in the guts of it and I really want to get it done. Cuz I feel like at this point maybe there's almost less ahead of me than behind me. I'm not sure. Anyway, help support this channel. Become a monthly patron. Patreon.com/LeannaK if you want more details on what's happening with Boss Fight Episode 2 right now. So today, I want to talk about this thing I've been noticing in comments sections, which is an obsession with tangents. It is not the central point of the video, but somebody decides to pick a tangent, which is just an aside, usually as a joke, conversational flavor, and they just go bananas on it and start going on about either I'm a liberal or I'm a blind leftist, or which one could say, I can just ignore those guys, but no, they're people, right? Or it's some other thing that I'm, too something or not enough something else or whatever. And I'm like, this is based on a goddamn tangent. I mean, on Friday it was about elves. And at first I was like, oh God, this guy's never going to comment on my channel again because it's turned into such a thing in comment sections. And there's a tendency for me to just kind of go, oh, nerds. I am one. I say this as being acutely aware that people love to talk about stuff that they can show knowledge of. But there's a consideration factor that tends to get lost. And this is another thing I'm not sure what to do about. I'm kind of identifying it so I can start a conversation about what to do about it. Because, I contextualize that, oh, by the way, the person who said that I was wrong about when Ohura came into Quest for Glory, you're right. It was Quest for Glory 2. You may have noticed me going, what? It was something in when I was talking about that. She comes in Quest for Glory 2. There's no training session in the original Quest for Glory. The Adventurers Guild is the one with like the moose on the head, and that's it in Quest for Glory 1. But see, that I don't mind. That's an aside of, that's just a factual, okay, she was or she wasn't. And there's a big difference from people talking about how they run their game rules. Because, they agree with the central premise of what happened to that guy was wrong and stupid. And yeah, this is how they run their games because they're excited about it. They put a lot of work into it. They're proud of it. That's cool. That's positive. It's when people want to fight. When people start with, no, you're wrong and here's why. The thing that is, and this is some tough love time, the thing that is irritating about that in this context is we're talking about elves. And it doesn't matter what substitute for elves you put in a given situation. If something is not real, how can a person be totally wrong or right about it, except in the instances of factually a character's first appearance or something like that? If people have one take on a fictional thing, why fight? Like, oh, that's how you see it. This is the way I see it. When it's this, no, I'm better and I'm going to prove how. It just makes somebody go, whoa. Wasn't looking to battle here. Didn't think elves were that important. Or didn't think, fictional people with superpowers are that important. Or fill something in. Didn't think, sci-fi property that was that important. And that's when people get exhausted. And I think a lot of people are walking around exhausted right now. I'm sensing that it's not just me. I've talked to a lot of people. I'm just so done. I'm just so worn out. People use entertainment to escape from the shitty real world. And then there were people coming in who just shit up their entertainment, their escapist entertainment. And everybody hits a point where it's just human to go, will you please shut up and fuck off? And I think a lot of people hit that point 8 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, pick your breaking point. And everybody is like, a lot of people right now are just walking around going, shut up, shut up, shut up. I don't care. Shut up. I don't care. Shut up. And it's taking away their enjoyment of stuff, because the minute they go, I like this thing, someone goes, well, it sucks, and and they just won't let it go. And then you're stuck blocking them because this person is acting insane. And then you have drama, somebody flipping out that you blocked them over something like Elves. Now, again, I am not talking about political stuff. That's the real world, and by political, I mean the various candidates, the various policies. Those are debates that reflect real people and affect real people's lives. Those get heated for a reason. They are important, right? How people pay their bills, whether people have the opportunity to earn a living wage. That's very important stuff, right? Like, that's stuff that actually affects people in real terms. Elves, etc., do not. And I get that people escaped into these things and they're very important to them because they feel like they're their places of safety. But when you get aggressive that way, you are encroaching on somebody else's safe place where things are just happy and things don't have to get heated. I have one friend I talk about Star Wars to now. I have one friend I talk about Destiny stuff to now, because I know they just enjoy it. And my Destiny friend is way bigger. I talked to her about it because she loves it. She is helping me overcome my beef with Activision regarding Destiny because they fucked me out of my demo time the year the original Destiny came out. And I've been pissed about that ever since. In part because, oh great, I'm supposed to write about something watching over someone's shoulder? No, I can't. But also just they were rude as fuck about it. Star Wars is one that, I'm old enough that there was a time the prequels did not exist. And Star Wars was the fun franchise. We all knew it was kind of space magic. And Star Trek was the one that people fought about whether dilithium crystals could actually work that way. And whether, the teleporters were actually scientifically possible. And I have seen people nearly come to blows over teleportation science because of the people that insist that teleportation would only be creating a copy based on a blueprint in a remote location, because you cannot transmit actual mass that way. And they are correct. And other people are adamant that no, under some sort of, something, wormhole technology or something. It comes down to the idea that the original version of the person is destroyed through teleporter technology. You basically create a copy of the person on the other side. How do you transplant a consciousness that way? This is the this has gotten heated. This has resulted in heated debate in the circles I run in. Star Wars, it was always, jump to warp speed. How? We don't fucking care. But now Star Wars, and it may just be the age of a franchise, right? Because Star Trek had over 10 years on Star Wars. Maybe it's just a franchise hits a certain age and people become assholes about it. I don't know. But I can't have a discussion about anything but, it seems, The Mandalorian without the assholes. Just, it's this, and here's all the things I don't like it. Why do I give a fuck about your displeasure? The rest of us are talking about what we enjoyed about it. There are ways of saying why you didn't like something without crapping all over everybody else's enjoyment of it. It seems, however, that so many people in these nerd things have their entire identity wrapped up in being right, not just on matters of what a character's first appearance was, which is objectively fact or not, but also matters of opinion. Whether you like something or didn't like something, yes, I'm aware there's holes in the science of all speculative fiction. That's why it's speculative. Settle down. And that's where it gets to that identity piece. Like, why are people so obsessed with being the authority on this stuff to the point that they're making people think they're assholes about it? And I don't know. I'm interested in why you think this is. I have my theories, but I'm not going to share with this one. I'm curious about why you guys think this phenomenon exists. You know, there are people, and it's especially Star Wars, because I enjoy Star Wars, the property, right? I have retroactively enjoyed the prequels for how thoroughly terrible they are. They actually make me appreciate, A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, and Return of the Jedi, because I see a lot of similarities in the writing, and I see a lot of similarities with the concepts. And yet, the first three worked in a way that the prequels didn't. And I'm pretty sure it's practical effects, because The Mandalorian uses a lot of practical effects, and it has that same vibe. I've been able to talk to people about The Mandalorian and be okay, but there's still people who are like, nope, Baby Yoda, it's corporate, it's intended to make us consume, all this stuff. Is like, can you please just let something be cute? Like, seriously, please. And that's when it's like, get your politics out of my fun. I don't care if something's corporate and is trying to sell merchandise to me. It's cute and it makes me happy. I'm not being forced to think it's cute. I legitimately think it's cute. Will you please shut up with your inappropriate moralizing? All entertainment companies are for profit except for PBS. There's nothing inherently wrong with that. If you don't like it, that's fine. If you can't set aside the business of it, that's fine. Go away and shit on it with someone who doesn't find it frustrating. Thank you. And that's the thing. You should be able to say that. And if people were actually being authentic about their opinions, which is facts don't care about your feels, and the fact there being, I don't give a fucking shit that it's corporate. Next. If they were truly being authentic, no problem, but they're not. They get hurt, they get offended, and then it starts being all about that. And so people like me have to suffer through people dominating conversations that were intended to be fun over something I like with profound negativity. And I admit, it's just making me want to friggin' scream. Because it's tough times. A lot of bad stuff is going around. Stress is really high. People need their outlets. People need their fun. And when you go in and when you shit in the pool, don't expect to be very popular. I'm curious about how you guys are going to respond to this video. Help support this channel. Become a monthly patron. Patreon.com/LeannaK. I will warn you, this video is a bit of a trap. Thanks for watching.